Did y'all see that farmer that voted for Trump that's now about to lose his farm because of Trump? Even though Kamala was the one who passed the bill to give him the money that he needed for his farm in the first place. Now he's on TikTok begging for us to help him keep his farm, and he's gonna say, oh, it's not supposed to be an us versus us, it's supposed to be us versus them. Us. Then he gonna say, oh, it's corrupted on both sides of the aisle, it's all about money. So you thought the felon who was impeached was in the pockets of billionaires, had dozens of cases out against him. You thought he was the less corrupt option to go with over the woman who worked in all three branches of the government, spent her entire life being a civil servant, and passed the specific bill that gave you the loan that you needed for your farm, that the administration you voted for has just signed an executive order to undo. Oh, all I have for you, sir, are concepts of sympathy. I have concepts of thoughts and prayers. Do I have them actually? No. I won't be holding up the prayer line for you. Why would I do that? No, I'm not helping. No. And what's so funny is there's probably a bunch of farmers that voted for Trump that are now about to lose their farms because of him. Y'all thought he cared about y'all just because y'all share the same. He don't. Because not only do you have to be YT for him to actually give a fuck about you, you also have to be rich. That's the point y'all are missing. Y'all not rich. Y'all are working people. He's not for y'all.
So I want to talk about this article really quick because it's all starting to make so much sense right now. This author and journalist was having lunch with friends. There was a white guy and he's married to a black lady, and they were talking politics. And he says that farmers weren't worried about Trump deporting migrants because, wait for it, they thought because unemployment was so high for black people that these black people would run back to the fields and do the jobs that the migrants were doing when they got deported. So she asked, where'd you get that information from? White farmer TikTok or MAGA Facebook memes? Where'd you get this information from? And her and the wife basically started giving him information, letting him know unemployment is only 6.8% for African Americans, and 93% of black people are currently working. Got so caught up in what they were hearing at Fox News and other places, thinking black jobs, immigrants are taking black jobs, that they just assumed they'd get rid of the immigrants and black people would take the immigrants' jobs. Sir, our ancestors did not march, die, and fight for civil rights so we could go back to the fields? What? But shout out to the Latino immigrant population that have mastered that labor with skill and stamina. This country doesn't even appreciate it enough. Oh, and by the way, when they do try to hire Americans, black or white, to do those jobs, most of them don't even last half a day. They just ghost them without even picking up their paychecks. True story. So y'all, tell me, do you really believe that they thought black people were planning to replace immigrants in that labor force if they got deported? Because I need to know who was smoking that logic. What do you think?
This is not something that farmers can work around. No one anticipated that we would have a shock to the system. All the experts did not see this coming when we see this rise in fertilizer prices because of this war.
Nobody saw this coming. Nobody saw this coming. Nobody thought that electing Donald Trump to go on a revenge path and do whatever he wants completely unchecked would lead to this. Nobody said anything. Kamala Harris didn't say anything. The people on social media, the liberals, the Democrats, the sensible independents, anybody with more than 2 brain cells didn't see this coming. We all saw this coming. We knew there was going to be a war. We knew there was going to be a conflict. We knew that his idea for tariffs was terrible. We knew that mass deportations was terrible. We knew that everything he was bringing to the table, all of his, well, I haven't thought about that, half-baked plans were terrible. So don't sit here now and say nobody saw this coming, shock to the system out of nowhere. No, he started this war with Iran single-handedly, and we knew he would do something exactly like it. So these farmers want to continue to tell us, we didn't know, we're in pain, all these big farmers are getting the subsidies and the bailouts, we're suffering, we're going to close our family farm. You fucked around and now you're finding out. I don't know what else to say.
People believed the promises. They believed everything was going to change. They believed life was finally going to become easier. But today, many Americans are asking themselves one painful question. Was it really worth it? Look around right now. People are struggling with prices. Farmers are struggling to survive. Families are trying to keep food on the table. And many voters who once celebrated loudly are now becoming silent. Because reality feels different when it finally reaches your own home. During the campaign, everything sounded powerful. Strong speeches, big promises, America first, make America great again. Words that gave people hope. And honestly, hope is powerful. When people are desperate, they want someone to believe in, someone who sounds confident, someone who promises change. But now many people feel disappointed, not because of one single reason, but because life itself is becoming harder. Small businesses are struggling. Farmers are worried about costs. Workers are worried about jobs. And ordinary families are feeling pressure every single day. That's why you see more people online speaking emotionally. Some are angry. Some regret their decisions. And some are simply confused about what comes next. The truth is, politics becomes very personal when it affects your money, your future, and your family. And this is something both sides of America are now realizing. Because at the end of the day, people don't care about slogans forever. They care about results. They care about peace. They care about stability. And most importantly, they care about surviving. Now the conversation is changing. People are questioning everything. People are debating again. And many voters who once defended every decision are now asking difficult questions. Did the promises actually help ordinary people? Did life improve? Or did division only become stronger? That's the debate happening everywhere right now. And no matter which side somebody supports, one thing is clear. Americans are tired of stress, tired of fighting, tired of struggling every month just to survive. People want leadership that actually helps everyday citizens, not just headlines and internet arguments. But that's my opinion. Now I want to hear from you. Do you think America is moving in the right direction? Do you think voters are changing their minds? And what do you think the future looks like from here? Comment your thoughts.